All right. Assalamu alaikum to all of you. Today we are going to discuss about the coordinate geometry 2, that is the circle. And the general form of the equation of a circle. Talking about the general form of the equation of a circle is of the form. So we have x squared plus y squared plus 2gx and plus 2fy plus c. So where our center is negative g and negative f. So our radius is g squared plus f squared minus c. So our dc here is the constant. So our g and f, they are the center. So today we are going to discuss how to find the center and the radius of a circle given its equation. So sometimes they will ask you, they will not give you the radius and they will not give you the center. So here, by finding we are going to use how to find the radius and the center of the circles. So when the equation of the circles is given, the radius and the center of the circle can be found. So we are going to use this example to find the radius and the center of the circles. Are you there? So this is the examples given to us. The question is asking you for you to find the radii and the center of the circles. So but we are going to compare the general equation plus the equation that is given to you in order for you to find the radius and the center of the circles. So let's look at this one. The solution, we have 3x squared plus 3y squared minus 24x plus 12y plus 11 then equal to 0. So this is the equation given to you, and the question is asking you for you to find the radius and the center of the circles. So, but before we find the radius, we need to make sure that the coefficient of the square term should be 1. Are you seeing that? So you need to make sure that the coefficient of x squared and y squared also should be 1. So in order for you to make this coefficient to be 1, you need to divide everything by 3. Are you seeing that? So you need to divide everything by 3 so that the coefficient of the x squared and y squared should be unit. That is 1. So I will divide here by 3. I divide this one by 3. I divide here by 3. I divide this one by 3. I divide even this 11 by 3. Even the 0, I divided by 3. All the terms. So you realize that now it's going to be now x squared plus y squared minus 24 divided by 3 is how much? It's going to be minus 8x, right? Then plus 12 divided by 3 is how much? Which is going to be now 4y plus then 11 over 3 then equal to 0. You know, 3 will go into 11, but there will be a remainder. So we are going to leave this one in this form. Are you seeing that? So now we are going to use this equation and compare with this general equation here. This is the general equation. In order for us to find the radius and the center of the circles. Are you there? So now we are going to compare this equation given to you. Then we are also going to compare with this one, how to find the radius and the center of the circles. Are you there? But we need to find the center first. When we find the center, those variables we are going to use, that is our g and f, for us to find the radius of the circles. So we compare this one together with the general equation. And the general equation is x squared plus y squared plus 2gx plus 2fy plus the constant then equal to 0. So when you compare this one, you are going to compare this. If you compare them, you see x squared here, you see y squared here, right? Now comparing these 2gx and this other one 2fy with this, because the coefficient of this one here is x. Are you seeing that? So we are going to compare this one and this. So which is going to be now 2g is going to be equal to what? Negative 8. Which is going to be negative 8. So therefore, your g now is going to be what? Negative 4. Are you seeing that? Because if you divide everything by 2, obviously 2 goes into this negative 4, which is going to what? Negative 4. Now you also come to this other side here, you compare with the coefficient of this one here is what? Is 4. So here is going to be 2f. So it's going to be now 2f, which is going to be equal to what? 4. Because our target here is to find the g and f. So we need to compare the coefficient of these two. The coefficient of this y here is 2f. And the coefficient of this other y here is what? Is 4. So which is going to now 2f is going to equal to 4. So you divide here by 2, you divide here by 2 as well. So this one and this one will cancel. So therefore, your f is going to be equal to what? 2. Are you there? So your f is going to be equal to 2. Now, the center. We all know that like our center is going to be equal to negative g, comma, and negative f. Are you seeing that? So we know that like here we get negative 4 as our g. And this other one we get positive 2. So if you look at here, in the formula here, we have negative here, we also have negative here. So this negative and this negative is going to what? Is going to be now positive 4. Here is going to positive 4. And here also, here is positive. And here is negative. So obviously, this one is going to be negative 2. So this is the center of the circles. The question asks you for you to find the radius and the center. Are you seeing that? Now, comparing this one also, we also need to know our constant. Because when I compare this one, that means that this 11 over 3 is our constant by comparing them. So now, my C also is going to be 11 over what? 11 over 3. So now we can find our radius. We are going to use this formula here to find the radius of the circles. Because the question asks you for you to find the radius and the center of the circles. So which is going to be, to find the radius, our radius is going to be equal to square root of g square plus f square minus the constant c. Are you there? So now our g, we have already know our g, we know our f, we also know our constant c. So we are just going to input them there for us to know the value of our r, that is the radius. So our radius is going to be equal to, what is our g? Our g is going to what? So it's going to have 4 square, right? And plus, what is our f? It's going to be minus 2 square. You need to put them inside the bracket, huh? Minus 2 square. Then minus, what is our c? Our c is 11 over 3. So which is going to be equal to square root of 4 square is how much? It's going to be 16. Then plus negative 2 square is what? It's going to be 4. Then minus 11 over 3. So this, you need to add this one too first before you find the LCM. Huh? This plus this is how much? It's going to be 20, right? So which is going to be now 20. 20 then minus 11 over 3. But all of them should be inside the square root. Huh? So now we are going to over here by 1. So what is the LCM? 3 is the LCM. So 3 is the LCM. So 1 goes into 3 how many times? 3 times. 3 times is how much? It's going to be 60, right? 60. 3 goes into itself. 1 times 11 is going to be 11. So now 60 minus 11 is how much? 60, remove 11 from 60 is going to be what? It's going to be 49, right? Which is going to now 49 all over 3. But all of them should have a square root, right? Now, when you look at this one also, square root of 49 is how much? Is 7. So which is going to be 7 over root 3. Are you seeing that? So you see, this one takes us back to sorts. So we are going to rationalize this. Are you seeing that? Because for sorts, the denominator of a sort should not have a square root. So obviously, you need to rationalize this. So how do you rationalize this? You are going to take this root 3, multiply both the numerator and the denominator. So I will multiply here by root 3. I divide here also by root 3. So now 7 times root 3, it is going to be 7 root 3. So root 3 times root 3 is going to be root 3 square. Or you can say 3 times 3 is going to be what? 9. Now square root of 9 is going to be what? 3. Are you seeing that? So you can say therefore, your radius now is going to be equal to 7 over 3 root 3. Are you seeing that? So this is our final answer. So now you can say therefore, the question asks you for you to find the center and the radius of the circles. After solving everything now, you can say therefore, the center is going to be equal to, our center is given to us, we have already found our center, we get 4 and negative 2, and the radius is what? Our radius is 7 over 3 root 3. So this is our final answer. So I hope this is clear, right? All right, so we move to the next topics, inshallah.